This short documentary style video that you're about to watch was made for us, Weightlifting House, by the incredibly talented guys Will and Stu over at The Final Attempt. They did this as a way for us to promote some of the upcoming battles at the World Weightlifting Championships by better understanding the human, the person on the platform. But they have been working on another documentary, a weightlifting documentary, the first of its kind, and part 1 is already out and available to watch. So they've followed 3 Olympians, Kate Vibert, Jordan Dela Cruz, Matty Rogers, as well as another Olympic hopeful, Mary Tyson Lappin. And they're following them across this entire quad in the build-up to the Paris Olympics, documenting their training, their battles, the mental hardships of this sport. I've linked it in the description and top comment below, but also the series to be produced, further episodes, it needs to be funded by people like us, the fans of the sport. But this cost seems to be worth bearing if we share it all amongst us as a community. So to get episode 2 and 3 and 4 produced, please go and donate at the link down below.
I started lifting in 2016. I started lifting after the quad had already started. So like the thought of someone picking up a barbell in 2016 and making it to the Olympics in 2020, it is kind of absurd. Even looking back, I had like a lot of confidence in myself for like no reason at all. But I think that also creates an environment where I could just kind of send it and do whatever I had to do. And if I messed up or I didn't make teams or if I didn't make totals, no one was going to blame me. They'd be like, oh, better luck next time, see you next quad. But I think it also allowed me to take really awesome risks, and I ended up succeeding. So now that I'm more of the veteran athlete vying for a spot, and knowing that I'm, you know, the one that went to the Olympics in my weight class or around my weight class or whatever, it's a weird feeling knowing that people almost expect numbers out of me. They expect me to win, and if I don't win, then I'm on the downhill. I still think I have a lot more to give, and I still think I have a lot of progress that I need to cash in on. So I just need to get back to where I was, and I feel like I'm getting pretty close. Right before I got injured, I think I was in the best shape of my life.
Who do you think is your biggest competition or someone that you pay attention to?
Domestically, Olivia Reeves. She's already broken one of my American records, and she does not look like she's letting up anytime soon on her progression. So definitely lights a fire in me to keep progressing, because if she doesn't stop, she's going to zoom right past me. Definitely keeping an eye on her. I think she's incredible, and I think she's great for both me and American weightlifting. I'm having fun watching her and also being like, that's my competition. Olivia and I have like matching PR totals, I think. So like, it'd be dumb of me to think that I'm just fending her off at this point. Like, we're basically on the same level, and I'm going to need to keep chasing whatever she's doing. And you know, if I'm not chasing, I'd like to at least put a distance between us. She's been fun to watch. Meredith Allwine as well. She's always been kind of one of my rivals in the sport, so same thing going on there for years now. So I have 2 very strong athletes in this country that I have to worry about, and then internationally, I was looking at the start list kind of to scope that out, and there's a Chinese lifter, and I think another Chinese lifter, and then Toma. I never thought that Toma was going to be my competition because she's always been 63, 64. And honestly, I thought she was going to go down to 59, but that is not the case. So I never expected her to be competition because of that, as well as I always kind of thought she was on another level. It is kind of interesting to think of her as not only like, oh, she is in my weight class, but also like I consider her a competitor. Like, she doesn't seem like she's someone completely out of my scope of who I would like to compete with, like realistically. I like competition, and Spencer will tell you this. We are both very competitive people. If there's not competition, I'm bored. I like to have fierce competition where you're not guaranteed to win, you're not guaranteed to lose, but you gotta fight, and that's what drives me. And yeah, I just hope I get to have a lot more of that this quad, because I had a lot of fun last quad chasing and being chased. Like, there was a lot going on in our weight class. Like the 71, 76 kind of situation was kind of wild. So it's kind of looking like it's doing that again this quad. So I'm looking forward to that.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember, you can watch the battle at the World Championships at Weightlifting House. And if you agree that the world needs more of this type of longer form documentary about weightlifting, then you can go and help Stu and Will produce it by donating at the link below. There are no two people more talented at producing film in weightlifting than Stu and Will. So please, let's help them produce that second episode. Oh, and also go and watch part 1 at the final attempt and subscribe to them. Links to all of this are down below. See you guys in Colombia.